Hello friends. In this video, we will learn how to add icons to the toolbar using the Material 3 library and create an options menu that we call the Overflow menu. Before Material 3, we first created a menu design to do these operations. Then, we were inflating the menu design we created by overriding the onCreateOptions menu method in the activity. And finally, with the onOptionsItem selected method, we could listen to the clicking of the items on the menu and perform some operations accordingly. With the Material 3 library, this process has changed a bit. We no longer need to override the onCreateOptions menu and onOptionsItem selected methods. If you want, let's move on to Android Studio now and continue from there. I created a project for this video. The name of this project is Implementing Top App Bar. In this project, we will use the Kotlin programming language. I also added the toolbar to the design area. I also added a menu icon, a title, and a subtitle to the toolbar. So if you don't know how to add the toolbar using the Material 3 library, you can check out the video we prepared before. First, let's look at the sample application that we will develop. As you can see, apart from the navigation icon on the toolbar, there is a share icon, an edit icon, and a vertical more icon. Now let's click on these icons in order. When we click on the menu icon, we see the Toast Message menu icon clicked. The menu icon here is called the navigation icon. When we click on the share icon, we see the message share icon clicked. When we click on the edit icon, we see the message edit icon clicked. The share and edit icon here is called action item. When we click on the more icon, a menu opens. This is called the overflow menu or options menu. I added two options to the menu, namely settings and sign out. Of course, you can add more options to this menu. It is entirely up to you. If we click on the settings option, we can see the message settings clicked. If we click on the sign out icon, we can see the message sign out clicked. Yes, if you're ready, let's start making this sample application. First, let's create the icons we will use. For this, let's open the drawable folder from the project directory. I right-click on the drawable folder. I choose New Vector Asset Options. I click Clip Art. Let's add the share icon first. I click the OK button. We can create our icon by clicking Next and then the Finish button. Now let's create our second icon. Our second icon will be the edit icon. Finally, let's create a vertical more icon. Yes, we have created the icons that we will use in our project. Now let's set the colors of these icons. I open it by double-clicking the share icon. The Android tint feature here determines the color of the icon. I will not give the icons a fixed color. I will use the colors in the system. For this, I put question mark here, and later I will write ATTR, which is short for attribute. Then I put slash and pass the color on primary. Yes, we have adjusted the color of this icon. Now I'm going to copy this and apply it to the other two icons. Let's open the edit icon. I'm pasting the color I copied here. Now let's open the more icon and do the same. Yeah, so our icons and colors are ready. Now we need to create a menu design to show these icons on the toolbar. For this, I right-click on the Res folder. I choose the new Android Resource Directory option. From here, let's select the menu option. And I click the OK button. As you can see, the menu folder has been created. Now let's create an XML file in this folder. I right-click on the menu folder. I choose the New Menu Resource File option. Let's give this file a name. The name of the file can be Toolbar Menu. Click the OK button to create our file. Yes, we will now add items to this menu. Let's add the first item. Let the name of this item be Share. Its ID can still be Share. Let's assign the Share icon that we added to the drawable folder as an icon. And from the Show as Action section, I choose the Always option, so this icon will always appear in the menu. Now let's add the second menu item. Let the name of this item be Edit. Let the ID be Edit. Let's assign the Edit icon that we added to the drawable folder as an icon. And let's select the Always option from the Show as Action section. So this icon will always appear in the menu. Now let's add the third item. Let's call it Settings. Let its ID be Settings. It won't have an icon because it will appear in the overflow menu. You can also leave the Show as Action section blank or select the Never option. Now let's add the last item. Let's call it Sign Out. Let its ID be Sign Out. Yes, so our menu is ready. Now let's add this to the toolbar. I will open the activity main.xml file. I will click on the split tab and view the XML code part. To add a menu to the toolbar, we will use the menu property of the toolbar. Now let's specify the location of the menu we created. Our menu is in the menu folder and its name is Toolbar Menu. Yes, the menu has been added as you can see. Share and Edit icons appear in the menu. There is also a More icon. You may not be able to see it because the color tones are similar. If you look carefully, you will see that there is a More icon here. This is because there are two more options in our menu design, Settings and Sign Out. Therefore, this icon was created automatically. But this icon is not the icon we created in the drawable folder. This just informs us that it is an overflow menu. It has no other function other than that. Yes, we have added the menu. Now let's go to the main activity and start making the necessary coding. First, we need to define the toolbar. Latent var toolbar, material toolbar. Now we have to match it with its ID. Let's first look at the ID of the toolbar. We haven't defined an ID for the toolbar yet. Let the ID of the toolbar be toolbar. Don't forget to give your toolbar an ID. Now we can continue. Toolbar equals find view by ID r.id.toolbar. Yeah, so we define the toolbar here. But if you pay attention, Android Studio gives a warning. When we position the mouse cursor on the error, the compiler tells us that there is no component with such an ID in the activity main.xml file. Actually, we defined it, but Android Studio has not detected it yet. This is not an error that will affect the compilation of our project. When we run the application, you will see that this error will disappear on its own. Let's continue now. Now we have to assign the More icon that we created in the drawable folder as the overflow icon. For this, we will use the toolbar set overflow icon property. We must assign a drawable to the property overflow icon. For this, I write get drawable to the right of the equal sign. If you pay attention, it gives a warning. If you position the mouse over the get drawable method, suggests we use it as app.compat.resources.getDrawable. Let's use it that way. Here I write app.compat.resources.getDrawable. The getDrawable method asks for two parameters from us. The first parameter is context, and the second parameter is the icon itself. We can write this as context. I will choose the r.drawable.morevert icon as the icon. Yes, so we define the more icon. When we run the application and click on this icon, a menu will automatically open and settings and sign out items will appear in this menu. Now let's activate the clicking of other icons. First, let's add a click listener to the navigation icon. Toolbar set navigation on click listener. So we added a click listener to the navigation icon. Now let's define the action we want to do when the navigation icon is clicked. I will create a toast message indicating that the icons have been clicked. Of course, you can perform different actions according to the needs of your application. For example, you can open a new activity. Now let's add the toast message. Toast.makeText application context. The message can be navigation icon is clicked. The duration of the message can be toast.lengthShort. And finally, .show. Yes, these are the actions we will do for the navigation icon. Now let's consider the cases of clicking other menu items. For this, we will use the set on menu item click listener of the toolbar. Toolbar.set on menu item click listener. We will access the items in the menu with the it parameter here. Let's change it to item if you want. Now we will access the items in the menu with the item parameter. For this, we should use an if-else statement or a when statement here. I will prefer the when statement. Our condition will be item.itemID. Let us now consider individual cases. The first case will be share item click status. So I write r.id.share. And I will put the lambda symbol. If the user clicks on an item, I want to show a toast message stating that the item was clicked. Therefore, I'm copying the toast message I wrote above, and I paste it after the lambda expression. I will change the message. The message will be share icon is clicked. And if you notice, Android Studio throws an error. This is a type mismatch error. Let's understand this. The set on menu item click listener actually takes the toolbar dot on menu item click listener interface as a parameter. And this interface also has the on menu item click function that returns a Boolean value. Therefore, we should return a Boolean value. Let's return it. I write return true outside of the when condition. And as you can see, it automatically added set on menu item click listener after return. Now let's deal with the other conditions. For the second condition, I will duplicate this line. To duplicate, you can use the Control and D key combination. The second case will be for the edit icon, and the message will be edit icon is clicked. Okay, the second case is also done. Now let's duplicate this line for the third case. The third case will be for the settings option, and the message will be settings is clicked. Okay, we have one last case left. I will duplicate this line. For the last case, I will use the else block. The message will be sign out is clicked. Yes, we wrote the necessary codes. Now let's run the application and test it. The application is open. First, I will click on the navigation icon. Toast message appeared. Now let's click on the share icon. Toast message states that we clicked on the share icon. Let's click on the edit icon. Yes, there is no problem. Finally, click on the more icon. The menu is open. Let's click on the items here, and as you can see, the toast message appeared again. Yes, whichever item we click, we can see the toast message stating that item was clicked. Perfect. The application works flawlessly. Yes, friends, this is the process of adding menu items to the toolbar using the Material 3 library. I hope it was useful. See you in the next lesson.